Right, we're just looking at Unit 2, Activity 2. Here's the FWC file here. Okay, so we've got 3 pages as outlined in the document here. The first page, we're looking at scales and using the Google map. So we'll just go and have a look at the first page. First of all, on the front page here, we've got the overview, a link to Google Maps. We've also got 2 links to websites that explain about magnetic declination, okay, which you might need to go through before page 2 and 3. Okay, what I've done here is inserted a map onto the page, and students are just going to use this map or a map of your school to do a measurement. Okay, now I'll just show you where the map is. If you open up the Layers tab down here on the bottom left, go to Map Layer, you can then click on the map, you can delete it, and you can paste your own map in there of your school. Okay, you'll then need to go to the cover layer. Make sure you click on cover layer and then file and save, so that when students open up, they'll be on the cover layer. Okay, so basically students will use a ruler to gauge the scale. They'll use a line or a ruler to measure from one point to another point. Okay, and they'll use the scale down there to calculate the distance. Okay, if you have a trundle wheel at the school, you can actually go out and measure that to see if it's correct. Moving on to page 2. Now some schools will have a new building that's not on the map, so this is a good opportunity to put that on the map. You're going to have to cover magnetic declination before you do this, because you need to get out into the school ground with the compass and actually do some measuring. I'm going to take 2 points, 2 corners of the buildings, here and here, as references. Using the 8-point compass, if we go out into the school and we know that it was, for example, exactly 90 degrees, we'll put a line out there. Oops. Okay, we'll put a line out 90 degrees. If we move down to the other point, now if we had measured this and we found that the reference was 60 degrees, this would be the corner of the building. Now there will be some building here like this with the color. Okay, it's then the case of taking your measurements that you've done out in the schoolyard of the width and the length of that building and scaling it to size. So at the end of the exercise, you'll actually have a building there on the page, and that's going to be the new building that's actually in your schoolyard. Okay, right, just moving on to map 3. Okay, map 3, we're looking at either doing one of 2 activities, the cross-country course or an orientation course. The tool you're using is this string ruler tool down here. If I click on it, if you're doing the cross-country course, you'll simply be clicking along the course, and you notice the ruler comes up on the bottom left here telling me the distance. Now to get rid of the ruler, we go to the Home tab and click on Select right there, and it disappears. To get it back, we double click on the blue line and the ruler appears again. Simply Select tool, disappears. Okay, so once again you're using the scale at the bottom of the map to calculate the distance of the cross-country course. Another thing you may be doing is setting up an orienteering course. Okay, where you use your 8-point compass, and you'll actually put your compass at the starting point and then put lines, and you'll make notes. First of all, you'll make notes of the angle, which in here is 47, okay, 47 degrees, and the distance, okay, calculate it from your scale, okay, and write out the degrees and the distance, and then from there, you'll of course move your 8-point compass to the end of that line, and you'll do your next line from there. Okay, so you can easily set up an orienteering course around your school. Okay, so the important thing here is to probably not use the maps that I've got in here, but actually go to Google Maps and get your own map. And don't forget to come down, click on the map layer, click on the map I've got there and delete it, paste your own map in there, and then click on the content layer again before you save the file.